What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to First Look Fridays. In today's video I'm excited to show you guys a game that I've been playing a little bit of. I showed this off once on my live stream channel. This is Battle Chasers Nightwar, and this is by some of the same creators as the Darksiders games, including the famous legendary comic book artist Joe Madureira, or Joe Madureira as I used to call him when I was a kid, or Joe Mad if you are really savvy. Yes, Joe Mad is a fantastic artist who's been doing all sorts of great comics over the years, including for Marvel, and for a while he had his own series called Battle Chasers that, well, long story short, wasn't ever really completed, and as time went on and he kept going to like comic book shows and stuff like that, fans like myself, I would certainly have asked the same question, you know, what's going on with Battle Chasers? Are you going to continue it and stuff like that? Well, as time went on, and Joe and guys that he was working with got good at making games, like Darksiders for example, then they decided that they wanted to put together a JRPG inspired version of the characters in the story from Battle Chasers, and it has worked out really well. I highly encourage you guys to check out the link I'll have down in the description of this video so you can see more information available on PC and console as well. I highly recommend it. It's really well done. Let's just jump right into it too, and I can continue to talk about Joe and comics and stuff like that. Right now I'm just at the world map, as you can see, and I'm in the first town within the story. We got a tavern here. This is the Blacksmith. Actually, I want to visit the Blacksmith here. Let's go ahead and jump in here. What do I need? I need to clean up my inventory. Actually, I got a bunch of crap that I don't need. So let's go ahead and dump these weapons, dump these extra pieces of equipment that I don't need either. I've got a bunch of rings here. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of the rings though just yet. Upgrade the smithy for 500. I'll think about it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's take a quick look at the menus while we're here also, and give you an idea of some of the depth that this game has, customization and stuff. So currently I have 3 characters unlocked, but there are twice as many at least characters eventually that you can have in your pool that you can select from to have in your party. Each character obviously has their own strengths and weaknesses and kind of roles that they fulfill. Calibretto, for example, is a combination of DPS and also support skills. If we go down to combat abilities, we can see some of the things that he has. He has defense matrix, reduce all damage taken by 40% until the next turn. He also has healing wave, heal an ally for 130 health. I think you get kind of the idea with this. Surprisingly, whoops, down here with Gully, the tiny little girl in the party, is actually the tank, not the big tank-looking walking Calibretto. If we go down to combat abilities here, she has, for example, Taunt, which is going to obviously give her that kind of tanky role to get the attention of enemies. Things like Defend and Guard Punch are going to help to ensure that she can take that damage after the enemies start swarming her. Got Garrison down here as well. He's got a lot of really cool abilities, mainly DPS. For example, Sting, deal damage and generates Overcharge. I'll talk about Overcharge as we get into the combat. Applies Bleed, dealing 35 damage over 3 turns, stacks, and things like that. So yeah, and all of the other characters that I'm working on unlocking, they also have their own things going for them as well. I was thinking of going also into like the perks here, but maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit later. I don't want to bore you guys with just showing you menus for like 10 minutes before we actually see any action. But the art styling is really cool. It's pretty much right there, perfectly one-to-one with Joe Mad's style. We'll go ahead and jump into our first battle here. So we've got a Ruins Bat, no big deal. Looks like it will go first, and it has haste. Alright, and Calibretto is up. We'll go ahead and do a Gut Punch, deal damage, and apply Sunder, which increases physical damage taken by 10% for 3 turns and generates 10 Overcharge. Okay, so Overcharge. What is Overcharge? Well, if you look down now at the bottom left, where Calibretto's avatar is, and then he's got the 136 of 130. That's the energy needed to perform skills that require energy. Well, now he's got plus 10 on top of that, so that's the overcharge, giving himself like an extended amount of energy to perform skills with over the normal cap. All right, so it's Gilly's turn. We'll go ahead and yeah, we'll talk with her. We don't really need to because this thing's almost dead, but I'm just kind of demonstrating some of the skills. So now she's got the attention. And now we're up with Garrison. We've also got some other things here, like for example the burst. I'll go over that later. Items, and if we're really scared to death of this bat, we could flee. So this is all, I'm sure, very familiar if you've played JRPGs in the past, and that's also what makes this so cool, is because it feels like there's fewer and fewer games that are doing this this style of turn-based combat. So we'll go ahead and do a sting, 21 damage, and applies the bleed. Those are some of the skills that I normally start off a battle with. Take a look at that. Beast perk unlocked. The more you fight enemies, the more you encounter them, the more you learn about them. So you begin to evolve your expertise in how to deal with them and to bring them down faster. If we go to the bestiary here, the ruins bat, so we must have learned something new about this. You can tell there's all the information that we have about it so far, the combat abilities, things that it commonly drops. There's the beast perk, defeat 50, increase XP earned by 5% for all heroes, which is cool. Outpost Hunter, we're still working on that. Defeat 100 from the Iron Outpost, increase stamina by 1% for all heroes. So it kind of pays to grind a bit if you want to. You know, just keep running around trying to find maybe the same enemies if you like, and unlock their perks. Might not be such a bad idea. Let's jump into this cave. This is part of the main story that I'm working on very early still here in the game. Only 6 hours or something like that into the game. I've done one significant dungeon, which is really, really cool. Lots of puzzles and stuff like that. Okay, so now here is where we switch up from the world map into some proper kind of exploration. Now, if I want, I can explore around here with one of any of the three that I have in my party, so we can go with Garrison. And the cool thing is each of them have their own kind of exploration skills. This mysterious obelisk comes with magical energy. It must require something of astonishing power to use it correctly. Perhaps this is what the notes were referring to just now. Well, we can look around and see what we can see. So far we haven't encountered anything, but we just might if this... Okay, it's not a mimic. Thank God. We got Crusher Fist, Chrome Cover, and a bunch of crafting materials. This game has a pretty cool crafting system. I haven't unlocked a lot of recipes for it yet, but it's looking pretty sweet. Let's see. So we got some kind of fists just now, didn't we? Isn't this it? Yeah. Rock Crusher Fist. Wow. Strong enough to crush the toughest of rocks, plus physical defense, plus magical defense, bonus damage, and a little bit of a loss in stamina, plus a loss of a perk that's coming in here with knockout gloves. But I'm pretty sure the gains are covering the losses. So let's go ahead and switch to that. And that chest piece, if I'm not mistaken, yep, there it is. That looks like something for Calibretto. Wow, that's just green across the board, isn't it, right there? That is nice. No reason not to go ahead and equip that. Sweet. Oh, what's this? Whoa, what is this? I think I found something of... Uh-oh, here we go. You hear that little thud just before the battle started? That was me attempting to use Gully's stun, punch stun, just before we engage the enemy to create a temporary stun effect at the beginning of the battle. That's what the squiggly mark looks like, or is next to the enemy's avatar there. All right, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move forward with the taunt. you can see, obviously, of course, the on the left-hand side, the order in which we can expect turns to follow in. Do a gut punch for some debuff action. Okay. And some sting for some bleed. Alright. It's got quite a bit of health. And it also has defense up now. Okay. Well, let's see. Defense matrix. What does this do again? Reduce all damage taken by 40% until the next turn. If attacked while active, generates overcharge. I tell you what, I think we'll go down here to abilities and we'll use up some of our overcharge that we have. Deal 52 damage over 4 hits. If sundered or bleeding, which it is, the enemy takes additional 16 damage. Sounds fun to me. But it also takes a little bit of time. Not all skills take action immediately after they are selected. Deal 44 damage, generate overcharge. Yeah, let's do that. Jab. One of the things that I also am really impressed with, besides the fantastic animations, is the sounds. The sound effects for everything in this game just sounds so juicy and crunchy. They got a really good studio, I think, to help them work on this the sound design for this game, and it's paid off. Okay, so let's take a look at Garrison's. He's got a cleave, 2 damage, target and nearby. We don't need AoE. 81 damage and increased haste for all party members by 10% for 2 turns. That sounds quite nice, actually. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, cool. Excellent. What about you? Guard Punch. 61 damage, reduce Gully's damage taken 10% for 3 turns. Sounds good to me. Since we recently taunted, he should attack her when we get to that point. Let's see, what else can you do? Gaia's Fist, 41 damage and applies Gaia's Grasp on the target for 3 turns. Any allies attacking a target with Gaia's Grasp will be healed for 34 health. Sounds very nice. Boom, boom. Nice. Here it comes. Woo! Okay. Warblade consumed 40 overcharge, dealing 103 and adding 0.5 to damage for each overcharge used. Let's not do that yet, because we don't actually have a lot of overcharge. In fact, why don't we do something to give ourselves some overcharge instead? Swift Strike? Yeah, Swift Strike. There we go, plus 15 to overcharge. We're at 20 now. Nice. Alright. Quake Fist, 103 damage to a target. This is going to devastate, not quite kill, but devastate once this connects. I think all we need is like a Swift Strike, and for her to do that... well, this is going to be overkill now at this point. I thought hopefully she would do it, but no. She's not ready to do it. Defense up. Woo! 77. So yeah, it was a bit of overkill. Not a lot. It was quite a defensive enemy, wasn't it? Nice chunk of XP from just one enemy. So we got some crafting materials there. I'm really looking forward to getting into unlocking more recipes.
Elemental. That is quite unusual.
Something on this island is stirring up trouble. Forget the blacksmith. Let's try dropping the mana core into the blink station ourselves. The less we need the townsfolk, the better.
An interesting thought. I agree. The station was in the southeast corner of town, near the lake.
Okay.
Let's go.
Find a mana core from the cave east of town. Insert the mana core into the Harm's Way blink station. Alright. And that must be where we are going to insert the mana core. Strange machine, insert radiant mana core. Blink station powers to life. Alright. Portion of that quest is complete now. Reach the Siege Coast Cannoneer. Oh, cool. Wow. Yeah, look at this. So now we can teleport around to different locations here in the in the available world. Dead Lysilots. Careful. Detecting arcane energies in the vicinity. That's probably what killed these Lysilots. They're all surrounding that tent over there. Maybe someone needs our help. Come on, let's go. Hello, is anyone there? Oh, visitors out here? Where'd you come from? My, where are my manners? I'm Mercury, the Enchantress. Greetings, may I inquire as to what you are doing out here? I was collecting materials in the Path of Fangs up north. It's not as friendly as I remember. I had planned to use the West Bridge, but something destroyed it after I crossed. And the Blink Station, well, that's been dead for years. We were able to repair it. Really? Well, aren't you the resourceful bunch? Do you kill the Lysilots nearby? They got a little too curious for my own good. I gave them plenty of warning, of course. They're awfully ferocious. How do you manage that? I have my secrets, just as you do. Still, I'd be stuck here if it weren't for you. Allow me to teach you some basic enchantments as repayment for your kindness. Come see me in Harm's Way sometime. I have more tricks up my sleeve. Ah, okay. So perhaps that's the person who's been missing from that one building now for quite some time. We rescued the Enchantress, giving us access to that. All right, I'm gonna explore a little bit around the map and collect some goodies. Another Earth Elemental. Wait a second. It's still quite mysterious, isn't it? Perhaps the last one was a different elemental? I'm not sure, because we can't see its health or anything. As if we haven't seen this enemy before. Although it looks very familiar, doesn't it? Bleeding. Go ahead and taunt. And what are you going to do? Yikes. Okay, you know what? I think a healing wave is in order. Go ahead and give Gully some of that there. Guard punch. Get that ready, and we'll also do... You know what? Hang on a second. We had that skill, right? That, yeah, consumes and adds damage for each overcharge used. Let's go ahead and do that. Warblade. Oh, boom! Love that. Here comes the healing wave. Good stuff. 133. Woo! 108! And dead from bleeding. Nice one, Garrison. Alright, cool. Yeah, good chunk of XP. I like these guys. Some parts, some glowing powder. Alright, cool. And now that we've cleared the path, we can get access to these little loot icons like that. Some blade leaf, herbs, mushrooms, powder, condensed mana. Wow, quite a bit. It definitely makes it worth coming out here for these little extra battles for the XP and for the materials. Oh, this is a dungeon. Well, good timing, I think. The lone path through the eastern range is interrupted by a makeshift battle arena, erupting from the ground in a fury of timbers and tanned hides. Twisting columns of smoke frame the nearby horizon as war drums dance through the low, dry peaks. Seems like a perfectly safe passage. So yeah, this is also one of the really cool things about the way that they've set up these dungeons, is you have normal, heroic, and legendary difficulties, and as you can see, the rewards can be very different depending on how you complete them. Let's go ahead and we'll do the heroic. I'm feeling pretty confident. Lysolot banners. A tribe I've never seen before. They must be gathering here for something. Good. I owe them one. Alright. I'm gonna keep the ground punch handy in case things get ugly. Oh, we found some flint. Okay. So far, no enemies to be seen. Some kind of gate here? Can't be opened from this side. We've also got a teleporter here. And this will, this is what I'm thinking it is. Yeah, it's a teleporter. This will allow us to bounce around different rooms Currently, we haven't been to any other rooms, so we can't go anywhere. But, for example, if we go to the lower right one, there may be a teleporter there that will allow us to just quickly jump back here to this room rather than running back through the entire thing all over again. So it's a little quality of life thing going there for you. I like the music. It's cool. Stop there, Furless! The arena gate blocks you, but I can open it. Why would you? Our chieftain, he has lost his way. He is powerful, but he now works for the Dark Lady, a strange woman. I don't trust any Furless, but I trust her less. I fear her. Once all the tribes stand together, she will use us for her own ends. Go, defeat the tribal bannermen in these mountains and extinguish the campfires. The tribes will scatter. Should we do this? How do we know you'll keep your word? Do you have a choice skin bag? Go, stop wasting time. Oh, we definitely have enemies here. So now we're going to experience what this is like when there are multiple enemies in the same area. They can all get chained together like that. And now, even though I ran into the one guy, the bat that was nearby is chained together for this fight, which is going to make it more fun. Go ahead and get our taunt up. And what the hell did it do to me? It set me on fire. That's not fair, dude. Whew. I probably should be trying to burn the bat down first, actually, it feels like. Let's go ahead and set the bleed on that. Oh, wow, it's actually not as squishy as I thought. Well, let's just keep going and see what happens. Here comes a bomb. Ow. Ignite, that's what that is. Okay. Go ahead and get a healing wave on our tank. I could have actually have cleansed, maybe. Yeah, because it's at 2 stacks now. I might want to consider that next round with Calibretto. Scatter shot. I do not like this. This is not cool. Let's see. Hit all enemies, dealing 70 magic damage to each. 81 damage and increased haste. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. Comes scatter shot. Boom! And a 41 crit to the bat. It's about time for that healing, don't you think, Calibretto? Thank you, good sir. Almost fully healed from that. Oh, down you go, buddy. No more bombs. Alright. Quake Fist? Yeah, that sounds fun. Go punch. Boom. Oh, this Quake Fist will be more than enough when it hits. Actually, he might be dead even before that. Yep. Okay. Cool. That wasn't too bad. If the majority of these encounters are only that difficult, then I think we did right by choosing the heroic difficulty. Some mats and some more mats. It's a good place to get mats from, seems like. Uh-oh. Whoa, where did that thing come from? Oh, you bastard. You had stealth, that's why. Okay, it's gonna be like that, huh? So I can't gut punch you because you're stealth. Until it attacks me, there's really not much that I can do. I can do this. Wildfire. This is gonna shoot randomly in the general area of where the enemies are. And surely it will hit it. And then bring it out of stealth, if it isn't already out of stealth from when it attacks. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be going first, so I'm going to get you out of stealth, and by doing that, nice. I believe it doesn't deal bonus damage now when it attacks, but it does poison. You bastard. You gonna finish it? Yes, she will. Alright. Those can be really nasty. Those guys especially... Oh, did we just level up? I think we did. I got a little clicky happy with that. Let's hang on a second. Yeah, we hit level 8. That's awesome. I don't think we've picked up any new items or anything like that. Whoops. To replace our current gear? No. But what we have done... Whoops. There we go. What we have done is we unlock some more perk points, and that's what I've been waiting here to get before we start talking about the perks. So the perks is kind of like, it's almost like your skill tree if you look at it like that. You can give yourself different perks or sort of like little tweaks to how your character performs through these points that you can spend. So if I like, with the 2 points that I have to spare, now that I just gained from leveling up, I can either put 2 points into critical retaliation or into reinforced knuckles. So increase crit chance or increase power by 25% for one action after being struck by a critical hit. That actually sounds like fun. Let's go with the critical retaliation. You crit me, I'm a crit you right back. There's also another tab up here. There's actually 2 different kind of styles of play that you can put points into for your character. So let's actually go up to a Calibretto because I think it kind of better points this out. He's got either the artillery line or the nature line, which you can kind of figure out from just the names of that, like what you're going to get. The artillery is going to increase things like the physical and DPS of Calibretto in battles, or for a more support-oriented kind of build, if you will. You can put points here into nature instead. Increase the power of heals by 2.1%. Heals the most damaged ally for 27. Yeah, I've already got points put into there. So if I want, I can either put 2 in for haste, or I can put 2 into crit, or what I could also do, whoops, is I could take points out of preemptive healing, and with 6 points extra, I can put them now into recuperate. So took the 4 out of that, combined with the new 2 that I got, I can afford recuperate. At the end of combat, heals the party for 15 health each. I like that. That sounds that actually sounds quite good. I'm liking his support role, so I think I'll go ahead and move up with that. And it looks like we're gonna get into some action here. Stun. I love that. Oh, but the cave slime didn't start stun. That's interesting. Okay, well, so be it. Taunt. Oh my goodness. Crit me? Crit me? You will suffer for that. I think we better go ahead and, well, let's just get the gut punch going so we have a little bit of overcharge. And then we'll cast Healing Wave next. Abilities, Scatter Shot. Okay, and abilities... Cleave. Comes the slime. Alright. Yeah, I think this will be just in time to keep her nice and healthy. Incoming Scatter Shot. Boom! Finished off the slime. Started dealing damage to the others. Nice cleave. 60. Yeah, we're gonna need that healing here, buddy. Low damage but ignited. Nice. 140. Okay, cool. Quake Fist? Quake Fist. Oh, we have our burst ready. I almost forgot about this. Let's do a burst. Heart Bleed. 88 piercing damage and cause the target to bleed for 45 damage over 3 turns, ignoring damage mitigation. Let's apply that to the bomb thrower, shall we? Nice. Yeah, so each of the characters has their own unique burst attack. that they can perform. Let's see, gut punch. Yeah, let's do a gut punch. We could finish you off in doing so. Should we? No, I'm gonna apply gut punch to you. It's gonna be a couple more turns before the bomb thrower gets to go. Oh my god! Oh, that freaking obliterate. Well, you're dead too. Join him. I completely forgot that I did that skill. That was awesome.